So of course we enjoyed doing trivia as we have done on our previous cruises. Actually, the very first activity that we did was Disney Tunes trivia. It was actually the first trivia of the cruise. And we also played Villains Quotes trivia, which was harder than we thought, and 90s music trivia, which I don't think I was really good at it, but I still had a really fun time. You might have heard of the game show on cruises called Match Your Mate. We tried to get picked for the show as newlyweds, but there's a couple that beat us by a week, so they were married for a week less than we were, but it turned out to be totally okay because it was really entertaining to watch the show. Shout out to hashtag Tony from Spain, really great crew member who was part of a lot of the activities and entertainment on this cruise. He was really great and funny. Bingo we played twice. We didn't have any luck with any wins, but we always have a good time playing bingo. We also did we did attend some of the open houses at the Oceaneer Club. And this was specifically to see all the Marvel stuff. We went to Doctor Strange Dark Dimension and Thor Becoming Worthy. Now that I caught up on all the Marvel movies, I could really appreciate the theming of the Marvel Superhero Academy at Oceaneer Club. And we did take some pictures in there. And both of the events with Doctor Strange and Thor were great and very fun. The only movie that we watched on a big screen was Avengers Infinity War in the Walt Disney Theater. We had to wait until Wednesday to see it, but it was okay. They played it several times that day. FYI, that movie came out the Friday before we left on the cruise. So it came out Friday and we went on the cruise Saturday, but all of us did not get to see it till Wednesday, unless maybe some people watched it Friday night before the cruise, which we chose not to because, we would be seeing it soon on the cruise anyways. So yeah, the movie, I really did enjoy it. It was cool seeing a brand new movie on a cruise ship. And we ended up watching it again once we were back after the honeymoon. And we also watched the original Parent Trap in our stateroom. And I had wanted to watch more, but I also want to enjoy the stuff on the cruise. So I really like that Disney has on-demand movies that you can watch in your stateroom. So for those of you who don't know, a personal navigator is a pamphlet that shows you the schedule and other info for each day of the cruise, except for debarkation day. It gets delivered to your stateroom every evening during turndown service. You can also pick up additional copies at guest services on Deck 3 if necessary. You can also get a copy of the navigators on the DCL app, which now going over to the DCL app, it's a really cool free app that you can download on either Google Play or iTunes. Yeah. And what we really like it for is that you can see all the activities for each day, and you can also message other people on the ship. And I really like that because it doesn't cost anything to use that service. This was my first time at Castaway Cay, and I enjoyed it. The first thing we did when we got off the ship was we did a 5K. They gave out a really nice medal, and I did not bring sneakers, so I had purchased some water shoes in Cozumel, and I kind of used those to jog and walk, and it really didn't bother me at all. This was our only, quote, bad weather day, if you want to even call it that. It was raining off and on all day. The food was very good. We tried to do a little snorkeling. I think Paul wanted to do a little bit more, but I just got so cold. But I did get to see a couple of like artifacts, stone sculptures that were placed in the snorkeling area, including a statue of Minnie, so that was really cool. I watched Paul go on Pelican Plunge twice. It's actually a water slide that you have to swim out to. I think after that we started heading back to the ship. Yes, so we did our port adventure with Castaway Ray, Stingray Adventure, and then we also walked to the observation tower, took a couple of pictures. We definitely logged a lot of steps. we were supposed to be back on the ship by 4:45, but we were back earlier due to the weather. But that was okay because I feel like I saw everything I wanted to. And I do remember that we got in the hot tub when we got back to the ship, and that felt really nice because I was just feeling cold from the rain, and also the water at Castaway Cay that day was pretty cold for me. So the shows are as follows. On Embarkation Day, we have A Fantasy Come True, which is the welcome show. Then you have Disney Wishes, Disney's Aladdin, and Disney's Believe. Those are the regular shows that are currently on the Fantasy. The only regular show that we watched was Aladdin, which was excellent as always. We were going to go watch Believe, but they did have technical difficulties. By the time they fixed it, they ran a later show, but we didn't want to miss a stand-up comedian that was performing that night. So we only really got to watch Aladdin for the Broadway-style shows, but that was totally fine because we had watched all of them on our previous cruise. Now, the variety acts were really good this cruise. We had John Cassidy, who is a comedian, a balloon sculptor, and magician. We watched him in the main show, and we also watched when he came to the adult area. Very good, very entertaining and talented. We also had Flight Crew, which is a jump rope group. They were featured on America's Got Talent, and you know, they were better than we expected. You wouldn't really, I don't know what you would expect from a jump rope group, but they were very entertaining, and we had a couple of wow moments. And then we have Charles Peacock. He's a juggler who was featured on America's Got Talent. Very cool. And then Mary Ellen Hooper, who is a stand-up comedian. We saw her twice. She was only in the adult area, but it was still very like clean humor, and she was very entertaining. Really enjoyed all the variety acts and, of course, the Broadway style shows. All right, the Senses Spa and Salon. As I mentioned earlier, they were located directly above us, about 4 decks above us on deck 11. And what I did was, before we left for our honeymoon, I got 2 single-day passes for the rainforest room. Paul actually ended up joining me on the first day because he wanted to spend time with me, and I was really happy for that. I would say that if you're going to get a single-day pass, I highly recommend purchasing it before your cruise leaves because it will be cheaper. They also have a length of cruise pass, which I'm considering getting next time because I really enjoyed the rainforest room. So on the Disney Fantasy, this is what they have in the rainforest room. They have 3 saunas. One of them has dry heat, and the other 2, they have like more moisture. I don't know what it's called, but there was just like a steam sauna. Thank you. Steam sauna. That's what they have. I really enjoy that. Like, first when I went into the dry heat, I was like, I don't know how much longer I can take this. And same for like the steam saunas. But like after I was in there for a while, it felt like really nice and relaxing. And then they have 3 scented showers with different types of shower experiences. They like give off a scent, so it's kind of cool. It's very subtle. It's not very strong. And 2 of them I discovered have warm water, but the other ones were cold water. They have heated loungers that have book lights, and it's just so relaxing. I know I fell asleep at least once on them. Really great. And then they have 2 whirlpool hot tubs. I really enjoyed the rainforest room. I would definitely either buy a couple of, single day passes or the length of cruise pass, because it was a great place to just relax and really feel pampered. So to end this video, I just wanted to say a couple of things from the cruise that were my favorite parts. So I really enjoyed watching Infinity War in the Walt Disney Theater. I love the rainforest room at Senses Spa and Salon. I also got a hot stone massage at Senses, and it was really wonderful. And the person who did my massage was Moa. She was from India, and she did a fantastic job. It was like, I've had a couple of massages before, but this one was by far my favorite. It was just so relaxing. She was just the right amount of pressure, and everything was just so calm and serene, and it was so great. I think I like dozed off a couple of times too. I enjoyed exploring different ports, and in Cozumel, one of the things we did when we were just walking by was, you know, that experience where you get like a massage, you put your feet in the water and there's like fish that actually kind of eat the dead skin off your feet. We did that, and I've been wanting to do that, and I was so glad we did that. It was unexpected, but a much desired experience. And of course, last but not least, being with my new husband. We had a fantastic wedding, and this honeymoon was just a perfect way to kick off our marriage. And we love sailing with DCL, and we love cruising in general, so we look forward to cruising again in the future. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and have a great day.